All right, awesome. So let's start with today, December 8th. We're going to be talking about Eurogamer. Dragonite added to Pokemon Unite in holiday event. So it's Christmas time, Dragonite is mine. All right, interesting, written by Ed Nightingale, news reporter. Pokemon Unite gives the gift of Dragonite this holiday season. An update on the 15th December will see plenty of new content added to the MOBA game, including the big orange dragon as a playable character. Alright, I think everybody knows at this point what it is Pokemon Unite and who is Dragonite, which we can see clearly here on the video. We have Christmas season, Snorlax, Dragonite. Oh, sounds pretty interesting though. Then we see plenty of outfits are included, whether you want to turn Crustle into a Jingle Bell Rock, want to Snorlax dress as a holiday chef, or simply want to put a little Santa hat on a Blastoise. So, yep, absolutely, this seems something quite interesting. Then let's move to the next one. Again, Eurogamer here, and it's Pokemon Shining Pearl finished in only 15 minutes. It's the same guy writing today a piece of news talking about what happened. So the recent remake, which is the Pokemon Shining Pearl, has now been completed in just 15 minutes, which is impressive. As anybody who has played this game before, they know it really takes days or even takes months. No matter how much time you put it, the dedication is really a long game. I remember time when I was playing the old Pokemon on the Game Boy, and it really took some time. So what it says on this note, it says the previous speedrun, which is how people measure their ability to finish a game as soon as possible with hacks, with mods. There are different ways to do this, but in this case, they said the previous speedrun was by the content creator Western in 33 minutes. So I'm going to link, I put that link on the description in case anybody wants to look at it, but who described the game as a very busted due to the number of glitches. So it makes sense. This is how people can finish the game as soon as possible because they find a way to move from one point to the other, and then it definitely makes sense. So perfect fodder for the speedrunning community. And then there's a new VTuber, which is the virtual tuber, not a person, but just an animation, has cut that time in half. Okay, makes sense, 15 minutes, half of 33 minutes. And then more on detail says, Western utilized a trick with the game's menu. Essentially, the game state is paused when the menu is open. All right, makes sense. But using a glitch to have two menus open allows you to run around the world uninterrupted. So yeah, I believe that's how you can move to one island to another, and then you skip many opponents, and then you make everything extremely fast. Because it's just a matter of fighting with the gyms, getting the Pokemons, and then collecting some items. This VTuber has taken this a step further with a new trick involving fishing rods. Okay, yeah, everybody knows how to use the fishing rod back in the old days in Pokemon. So the settle the fishing rod to two different quick item slots allows you to interrupt the game when you like, freezing the game. Alright, so it's a glitch, as was previously described. So you combine with a specific NPC, the non-playable character who push the player. Alright, and that push can be stored until their dialogue is closed using the menu glitch. Use that store push while leaping over a ledge, and you can effectively fly over the map into the black void and beyond. Alright, so this VTuber managed to worm into the Pokemon League and further into the Elite Four, only completing one battle in the entire run. So yeah, that's exactly how you can actually move from one point to another and skip many steps in order to finish the game. And it has been claimed that this VTuber or the glitches that are used by the VTuber are the final minute barrier for the game, meaning no further major glitches to reduce the time are likely to be found. So yeah, pretty much this is speedrun. Very interesting for Pokemon Shining Pearl. And if anybody's playing these days Pokemon, yeah, I really would like to know people who comment on what is their favorite Pokemons or what is their status of the game. So next move on to PG247, very popular gaming news media, talking about Battlefield 2042, start live as a battle royale game. All right. So the development took 18 months. So it's a report just written by staff writer Sheriff, also published this day. So it says Battlefield has been having a rough go of it between DICE suspensions and willingness to share enough gameplay ahead of the launch and the game's delay. And it's very short beta. It was clear this would not be a typical Battlefield. All right, well, people understand what's happening, so I don't think there's a big deal here. What less is how and why, which the new video from leaker Tom Henderson attempts to address. So this guy has an okay track record when it comes to DICE leaks. So it makes sense to somebody is always leaking, finding from different sources, could be media or people involved in the production. But it says it has been laid out a rough timeline of the game new development based on what he learned from his sources. Okay, so yeah, seems like these guys know what is happening inside. And it talks about EA. So this 30 minutes video linked above, I also want to leave the link in the description so people who want to get deeper on this section will be able to comment and see what actually happened from the original source, recounts how Battlefield 2042 development started, with EA reportedly asking DICE to copy what's popular, which at that time was Battle Royale. All right, everything knows Battle Royale because it comes with Fortnite, it comes with PUBG, and different games, even Free Fire. So this is supposedly what led to the creation of the Plus menu, all right, which was needed to allow players to switch weapons attachments on the fly based on what they are fine as ground. All right, so they talk about this, and then let's see what is the conclusion. So among the reveals made in the video is that EA's comment that development is ahead of schedule wasn't accurate. Okay, so I think here you're just comparing what happened when people make an announcement on an official account and then someone who's leaking content, which is really hard to measure because unless someone, an official staff, will be able to talk about it, it's not gonna be the accurate source. That statement was one of the many that cropped up in the wake of Battlefield 2042's launch as having been deceptive. Alright, so yeah, I think that makes sense, but anyways, we just move to the next one. Okay, back to Eurogamer with another interesting story published by Tom Phillips. So Star Wars The Old Republic expansion hit by last minute delay. Legacy of the Sith, as everybody knows, I've been watching also in the movie, was due next week, which it would be the second week of December, but now it has moved to February 2022. So Star Wars Old Republic's 8th expansion, Legacy of the Sith, has been delayed at last minute. All right, I think this is something that we have seen in many games, so I wouldn't blame on the people working on that in order to guarantee a better quality of game rather than rushing and releasing something that the community and the audience will not be happy to play. So there we see here YouTube video, and then it says the legacy of the city is something that the team has been hard at work. All right, on for quite on a while, but as we get ever close to launch, it's clear that we need a bit more time. Says the project director Kit Cannon, who wrote this on a blog post. All right, I'm gonna leave that comment as well, the link in case people wanna go deeper on this news. So it says we're focusing additional testing on many areas. We have been changed through the game to deliver the experience we want and one that you deserve. All right, makes sense. So, but I think this is pretty much they just need extra time to make sure that the game is working. But anyways, what it concludes, it says you will visit the underwater facilities of Man, the Ring, Seed Fortress on Elon, and finally the R4 Anomaly, which is just slightly later in early 2020. Okay, interesting, just as a delay this last minute, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's gonna be released on February 22. Then moving to Halo. All right, this is on Games Pressure. So Halo Infinite launched today. Halo Infinite, the latest installment of the iconic FPS series, will launch today. We can play the game via Xbox Game Pass. All right. So this is in a nutshell. Games Halo launched today. The game is available on Xbox Game Pass, and then this is the sixth main installment of this iconic series. So it's a release. We can see that the campaign will be made around 10 a.m. PT. Before that, it's worth using the preload options. All right, because it makes sense. It's going to save you time. It's going to be downloaded the game, so then when it's available, the servers opens, you can just start playing the game instead of just starting to download. If you are not sure what are the new Halos, worth the time, you can check out these impressions of journalists. I'm going to leave that link as well in the description in case people want to understand more about the requirements and what other journalists are talking about the game. Then moving to the other one, it's Nintendo Live this time. And then talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. New game could be revealed very soon. Okay, so let's see what it's written here. It is the 30th anniversary of Sonic, this iconic hedgehogs. And there are some rumors that Sega, okay, may go out with a bang at the Game Awards later this week. According to a post over Reddit, okay, when things come up on Reddit, it seems that people really like to follow that. The following domain was recently registered: Frontiers Sonic the Hedgehog. And over on Steam, which, okay, means that people who are working on something related to Hedgehog, to Sonic, is going to be using that domain for certain purposes. But we don't know if it's going to be a game. It could be something else. Let's continue reading. The number of Sonic games has been updated from 34 to 35. Alright, it's led to fans' theories that we might perhaps see Sonic the Hedgehog new game at an annual award show on December 9th, which is pretty much in a few hours. There's a lot of possibilities of Sonic Origins getting some time in the spotlight as well. Alright, so okay, we have seen some quotes and that's it. But yeah, interesting. Always knowing more about Sonic is great for the community. I think this is a very well-established IP that people can easily relate. Now let's move to the next one, Pocket Gamer. Clash on Titans. It's an upcoming title that India's first ever mobile MOBA game. Alright, so interesting, 5 to 5 team battles, be a Titan. Looks very nice graphics. Let's go on through details. So this is saying that the subsidiary company has announced an upcoming mobile title called Clash of Titles. It's a 5 to 5 MOBA that lets players go head to head using cool looking characters or Titans in real battle times. Clash of Titans will feature a wide variety of gorgeous skins for players to spur up their characters with. Alright, this reading is a little bit interesting because it's not as clear as it should be, so I believe someone put a lot of effort on writing this. But at the end it says if you're looking for a new MOBA that obsesses over on your mobile devices holiday season, you won't have to wait too long, as Clash of Clans is supposedly launching sometime this December. Alright, so we're going to start the second week of December, and then it says that it's going to come soon. So it seems, yeah, I think that makes more sense to just say that it's coming in a month rather than a specific date. Because as we just talked on Star Wars, there are some changes, and you don't want to create high expectations for community that then later you cannot really deliver. Then the other one is on GameSpot. Very interesting website as well. We share, very late, December 7th. So it's Garfield joins Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl as free DLC on December 9th. Okay, I think everybody knows Garfield the cat, right? It's a very, very funny cat with Audie, the dog. So they talk about Game Wheel Entertainment has announced the first free downloadable character for Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, Garfield, for Furious Orange Fat Cat himself. Okay, so that's quite interesting, though. I'm just wondering what would be the mechanics of this new character. It's going to be just replicating something else, just with a different skin. But anyway, so Garfield was confirmed via tweet by Nick Brawl's publisher, which is Game Wheel Entertainment, and also it's going to be free. So yeah, that makes it even better. It's going to be a 21st fighter with at least one more downloadable character coming in the future. Okay, pretty interesting. Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. I think it's something that I talked previously. It is bringing a lot of Nickelodeon IPs, putting them together in a kind of Brawl Stars from Super Mario Brawl Stars. So then just making everything really appealing for different generations and different people who are interested in these fighting games that are just very funny to play. So let's move to the next one, game pressure again. Ubisoft starts offering NFTs for items purchased in games. Okay, so they're kind of using this new technology based on blockchain. They state Ubisoft is taking the first step towards introducing NFT in its video games. We will be able to get our first item with the launch of the Ubisoft Quartz platform. Okay, really looking banner, but it seems that it's a beta though. So Ubisoft has taken the first steps towards bringing NFT and blockchain technology to video games. All right, interesting, and then that's it. I think they don't talk much about it, but then it says at the end, with the launch of Ubisoft Quartz platform, first 3 tokens will be available for Ghost Recon. Okay, this will be the Wolves, skin for the M4A1 rifle, and the helmet and pants. The aforementioned items will be delivered for free, okay, at no cost, but with the possibility to pick them up only at a certain time. Okay, I think that's the catch. So that's how they're going to bring new players to register for this platform and then just, increase the retention over time. Drops have been scheduled for December 9th, 12th, and 15th. Okay, so they're just going to make it on that 7 days time span. And in addition, the player must meet certain criteria and to obtain. Okay, it makes sense. It's a really interesting thing, but I don't know how they're gonna all put together. It's gonna be like a cross-platform. It's gonna be like different games, or it's just gonna be for certain items. Because if it's gonna be free and then it's gonna be on a certain time, we need to know how this is gonna be connected with upcoming video games. Another news comes from Nintendo Live. So yeah, 3 a.m. today. It says the anniversary Super Smash Bros. Okay, this is something related that we were talking about previously about the Nickelodeon one. So this Super Smash Bros. Ultimate turns 3 years old today, and I think everybody knows what's happening here. So we have the iconic characters Donkey Kong, Pikachu, Yoshi, Fox, Link, Mario, Kirby, and Samus. So, yeah, 3 years ago today, it was launched worldwide on Nintendo Switch, and what a game it turned out to be. All right, yeah, that makes sense because so many characters has coming up, and even on my free time, I'm playing this with my friends. It's pretty competitive, hard to master, but it's pretty competitive. It has been really a long time. But yeah, it just seems like very interesting news for such a long-lasting game and a very old IP. Remember last time, or well, the first time I played this game was on the N64 when I was little. And then the last news comes from PC Games N. Title saying Forza Horizon 5 devs reveal 20 new cars ahead to the racing game. So what's happening here? So it says Forza Horizon 5 launched a month ago. Alright, so it's a quite recent game. To roaring crows scoring highly in reviews across the board, which makes sense of really nice graphics for this game, and launching some pretty hefty players number. Now the devs at Playground Games have given us a peek at what's coming next for its new racing game with Series 2 and 3, and it looks like there's a plenty of new cars on the way. Well, the title says 20, so yeah, it makes sense. So they're kicking off with the Lamborghini Aventador J at the 720 mark, and we get a look at many others, such as ones you might recognize from the roads as the Ferrari 599 GTO or the Lamborghini Gallardo Spider. Okay, so I think people who like cars will definitely recognize these upcoming games that are be adding to Forza Horizon 5. Let's just talk more about it. Okay, let's just close this because we're not interested on it. And then it says get involved with the conversation. Okay, interesting, very interesting news about Forza. And I think that will be all for today. So stay tuned. Looking forward to checking the next news